it's Jem here. So I'm going to do a little full moon reading for you, but I'm doing it a little bit differently. I'm going to do it in piles. So I've got piles 1 to 3. Okay, so I've got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Okay, so take a minute and have a breath. I'm going to put the camera on the cards. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Okay, take a breath. Either listen to the number that comes in for you straight away, or look at which cards grab your attention, close your eyes, open them. So 1, 2, 3. All right, so focusing on what you've chosen, I will have timestamps in the comments so you can jump straight to your reading. You don't have to read through them all. But we're going to start with pile number 1. So if you chose this, the reading is going to be the general energy that is going on for you in and around this full moon. So it may be like the lead up, the full moon event, and a little bit afterwards. We're also going to do the love energy. So if you're single or in a relationship or just want to know a bit more about your love life, and Spirit's guidance, what to do and best approach through this time. Okay, so I'm going to take 2 and 3 out of the way. We're going to start with pile number 1. So as always, guys, this is general reads. If it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. It is all good. Okay, so just move these out of the way. All right, pile number 1. Let's get started. So okay. So pile number 1, first card out for you we have is the Queen of Wands. Now, I feel like for a lot of you, you're really quite in your power. I feel like you've been working really hard this year. You've been taking on board your ideas. You've been taking like responsibility for your passions, your life. And you've really sort of learnt that in order to kind of succeed and just, like really things work when you work, but also you work properly. Okay. So yeah, pile 1, I feel like you've pretty well been I feel like you're on the right path. I feel like you're very passionate. You've got a lot of purpose within you, and you are really starting to align more and more with that. And I'm feeling a lot of independence, but I'm feeling a little bit of fire as well. And it's kind of backed up by this 6 of Swords. So for some, I feel like there's this sort of independence energy, and it's been really powerful, and it's been successful, and it's been fun. But I feel like there's also that shadow side of it that's a bit like, it's a bit fiery, it's a little bit pissed off, a little bit annoyed at the whole, like, why do I have to do everything by myself? And this is all just beliefs, okay? When you're fiery and passionate and you're very committed to your desires, you will do the work, you will go for it. But sometimes you can fall victim to those shadows of feeling like you're doing it all by yourself. You don't have a partner to help you. You don't have people who understand you, support in some way, shape, or form, and it pisses you off. Okay, and that's totally fine. Like I said, these are just shadows. The moon always emphasizes shadows. Okay, so I do feel like this is going to come up a little bit for you under this full moon, but I do also feel that it's going to be the thing that takes you forward out of that mindset, out of that victim mentality that you have to do this all by yourself. Okay, so this is smoother waters. This is moving forward out of all that like beliefs and energy that sits in there and goes, you're not good enough, no one's going to help you, no one gives a shit. And you're going to kind of move into something that's a lot more balanced, a lot more grounded, and just a lot more like back into this, fiery passion. It feels good, all right, without all the overhead of I have to do everything by myself. Woe is me. All right, so just a lot of mental and sort of mindset stuff will be shown, like a lot of shadows I feel like are going to come up for you under this full moon, so it might be a bit confronting. Try not to play victim to it, okay? Try not to let yourself get caught up in it so that you you know, if you get triggered, if things happen, don't go projecting it at others. Don't sort of go into that space of bad habits or old behaviors that make you just want to give up and whatever. Like I said, the moon brings this to the surface so we can get out of it, so we can release it and move into these smoother waters, okay? So if you are starting to feel that build up and the frustration is really getting the better of you, just be mindful that smoother waters are coming. So do your best to try and work with it in a healthy way, okay? Whether that's through healing, whether that's through shadow work, whether it's through meditation. Stay grounded, stay present, try not to fly off the handle, okay? We have then followed up with the Page of Swords. So this is something, some form of communication, still in its early stages, but I feel like I'm hearing like come the new moon in November, it should make a bit more sense. Okay, this is like clarity. This is a message of clarity is what I'm hearing. So if through this full moon, it's not going to feel very clear. It's going to feel foggy. It's going to feel shit. It's going to feel like you've got all these ideas, you've got all this passion and excitement, but you've got nowhere to put it. Or you do, you feel like there's a million ways you could go. Okay, so it's best to just step back, let you know all this stuff come up so you can release it and move forward, and know that this will stand up and come clear when you need it to. Okay, like I said, I'm feeling like closer to the new moon in November. So it might be anywhere between 2 weeks after the full moon. But just know that it's not the time to be flying off the handle and giving up on what you've worked for and, you know, sort of going back into that old behavior. Work with it, be present, just stay grounded, do what you need to do, and know that there's this message, this clarity coming forward, like after the full moon, or like I said, by the new moon, you'll really have it, okay? So if it feels foggy, don't get angry, don't get vicious, just stay grounded in that energy, do the things you love, do the things that feel good, and know that will help you kind of smooth and sail through this, and get you out on the other side where you'll start to get that clarity again. And like I said, there's a message, there's something coming in for you. So whether it'll be like a confirmation of something, whether it will be a new person coming in to help you, something like that. So whatever you've been manifesting, just know that this blue moon will probably push you to the limits a little bit to have faith. But know that if you can really just try and keep within, you will sail out of that need to get really, you know, annoyed with it. And it is on the other side of this moon, okay? So you will get some clarity and some confirmation after this full moon in some way, shape, or form, okay? So like I said, there will be some tension, there will be some frustration, but know that it's coming up so you can let it go. And so you can stay in that queen energy that is passionate and strong and, yes, independent, but logical. And like I said, you're going to really sail out of this and feel a lot lighter on the other side, okay? So don't get too stressed about it. Now we will go into love. So like I said, this is general, whether you're in a relationship or single or not even thinking about it. This is just a little tap in energy, okay? So we'll see what's going on for your love life. Okay, so deception. Now, I actually feel like this is saying to me something's going to be revealed, okay, under this full moon. Something's going to be emphasized, amplified. So whether this is someone who has lied to you, whether this is someone who has wronged you, whether recently or in the past, whether this is someone you're currently seeing, maybe like something will just happen and you'll see a different side of them. I'm feeling like this is very much around like seeing truth. A lot of truth will come out under this full moon, okay? And it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad truth. Like this could just be someone actually admitting how they feel for you. This could be someone putting their guard down. This might even be you towards someone else, okay? So I'm feeling like the mask's coming off a lot under this moon. So just, like I said, it may not be what you want to hear. It may be quite shocking, but it could also be like quite, you know, I feel like it'll be unexpected, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be bad. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Again, it's all in perception as well. Like maybe this is something you've needed to help you kind of, again, move into those smoother waters, okay? So don't discount the possibility that someone might show up and tell you a truth, and it might just help you kind of like, move on. Maybe you've been struggling to like move on from someone or something that's happened to you in the past, and this might come in the form of an apology, or maybe someone will out them, or maybe they'll accidentally out themselves for something they've been doing behind your back. So that's sort of the worst case scenario. Or like I said, the best case scenario, they admit, like, I did you wrong because I wasn't being honest with my feelings, and I can't pretend that I don't feel XYZ about you or this situation or whatever it is. So just know that I feel like a lot of things are going to be revealed under this full moon, especially in relationships. So it doesn't matter what your status is here. This is a collective general, okay? So take it as it resonates. Nothing might happen, okay? Like I said, this might even just be you more like, being forced more to sort of take off your own mask. Where are you hiding behind a sense of self-protection, okay? So I do feel like a lot of masks are going to come off under this full moon. So it could be you, could be someone else, could be a little bit confronting, could be a blessing, okay? So just, again, perception is everything. Don't fly off the handle. Just take it as it comes. But know that it's always for the best, okay? Know that it always takes you to a smoother water. Because if someone is lying to you and that truth gets revealed, it might hurt, but better now than, another year or so down the track when you're really in it. Okay, so remember, perception's everything. Now, Spirit's guidance around this group, in particular, under and around this full moon, is entrepreneur. Okay, so again, this Queen of Wands energy is very symbolic of ideas, of passion. So the focus for you under this full moon to keep you grounded and keep you moving along is around your own ideas and, working for yourself. I feel like this group is very much, like, they're very passionate. I feel like it's very passionate about helping people, but in a way that works for them as well. So if you have decided to, or if you've thought about at any possible stage, you want to start your own business, whether it's a side hustle, whether it's a, hopefully you're full-time, you'll never need a job again, whatever feels good for you. And this might not even be something that you initially start out as a like a thing that makes money. Like maybe this is just something you'll start and it will naturally bring money along with it as it progresses, okay? So best focus for you under this full moon energy is to focus on what you want and how that makes your life better, okay? How do you want to put your energy in every day that helps others and, gives you more freedom, takes you out of an office Monday to Friday, takes you into more connected relationships? This is the time to really sit and look at all that and see where you can really start bringing your ideas, your skills, your passions into something that gives you a bit more personal freedom as well, okay? So the guidance is self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are your co-workers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success all the ways. Okay, so like I said, you may feel like you've got 1,000 ideas at this time. Make note of them. Look at ways you can implement them, but don't necessarily just stick and commit to one thing. Look at it in a bigger plan. Maybe do bits of pros and cons, but definitely focusing on this at this time will help all the other crap just kind of dissipate around you, and you'll stay on your path, okay? The full moon is bringing up a lot of tension and a lot of anxious energy as well, so it is best to have a focus that supports and nourishes you, and that is self-employment to some degree. Okay, so I hope that helps. That is pile one. Remember, guys, comment below. Let me know how it resonates. But just know you do have all these ideas. It's not about doing it by yourself. Smoother waters, are ahead if things feel like shit. And just know that there is some clarity and communication coming in that will help you kind of choose your path, okay? Around love, like I said, there'll be some masks coming off. This might be you taking off your own, might be someone else, might be a hard truth, might be a very exciting truth. So just be open. Don't attach to anything in particular. Take it as it resonates, okay? So that is pile number 1. Now let's move to pile number 2. All right, pile number 2. So remember, guys, just comment below if that was helpful for you. Pile number 2, let us see what is going on for you. Wow. Okay, first card out, 5 of Swords. So now this is a card of victory. Okay, this full moon for you is going to bring around a sense of victory in some way, shape, or form. It is, however, going to be worth looking at what it's taken to get this victory, though. Okay, now I say that because, as you can see, you know, you've got the sun shining. Like this is an accomplishment, okay? But it's worth looking at what cost. Now, this might not be at any cost at all. Maybe this has really worked out for your highest good. Maybe this battle was worth the victory that's come with it, okay? But just look at where maybe you've sacrificed something. You know, has this victory come at the expense of someone else? Has this victory come at the expense of your own like mental, physical, or emotional health? Has this come at the expense of losing friends and family? Okay, it's worth just looking at where your energy is going, but also where you're like debalancing yourself. I don't even know if that's a word. Yeah, destabilizing. I don't know. You know what I mean. Basically, it's just worth looking at. You know, yes, the fight is worth it and it's victorious, but like, just make sure you're not losing something that's quite valuable to you as well. Okay, don't give up on the people who love you. Don't give up on yourself or your goals just to like have that aha moment. Okay, that's just a word of warning that's come through here. It's not necessarily the way. If you've done this and it's been for your best and highest good, like, yeah, it will feel good. But if you've managed to accomplish something, it doesn't feel good, maybe just have a look at how you've gone about it. Okay, this isn't a bad thing. Like I said, this is an awareness thing. Moons always bring up awareness and shadows that need to be released. Okay, so if you're fighting for something and you think it's going to bring you the ultimate happiness, just look at maybe what you might lose along the way. I mean, if it's something that's not supporting you, great. See you later. No questions asked. But like I said, it is just worth doing a double check under this full moon. Okay, but the victory is there. All right, you've done well. You've been fighting, you've been, and I feel like this is very much around like your own thoughts and beliefs as well as situations, okay? Like this, I feel like you've really overcome a lot of old patterns and mindsets, and, you know, you are seeing, that this is, you know, you are being victorious over yourself. But like I said, it's just being sure that you're not too much in your pride and your ego that you're forgetting what's important. Okay, so just a little word of warning, but know that victory is pretty well the ultimate influence under this moon, in and around this moon. So as you heard me say before, this might be a little bit afterwards, but yeah, it will feel good most of the time. Okay, follow that up with the Ace of Swords. So this is a new cycle. This is a new beginning. And this is a new like idea. This is a new, like, this is something you're clear on. Okay. So again, this might be, you're just clear on the direction you want to go. Whether that's work, love, self, business, whatever. But this is also, like I said, a new cycle of like a new beginning in mindset. So, you know, you might be questioning things you believe under this moon. You might be really looking at new avenues that support your beliefs as well. So like, again, if you're feeling like the people you engage with, like whether on social media or in your real life, aren't really supportive of your values and things like that, that's okay. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong, but I do feel like this group is going to really kind of see a new path, a bit more that's supportive of their beliefs and ideas, and you're just going to run with it. Okay, so just be open to that. It doesn't, again, this is just new cycle energy. Okay, so it will show up differently for everyone. It might be, like I said, around something specifically. But like I said, I feel like with this Five of Swords, you've overcome something. Okay, you've overcome something, a belief, a system, or whatever, a cycle, and there's a new one ready. All right, so you're pretty clear on it. You feel like it's pretty supportive of you, but as always, just be sure before taking any rapid action, especially under the full moon. Like I said, I feel like there's a bit of push-pull energy going on, so it might not be the time to act, but once the energy has sort of shifted a couple of days after, you might feel a bit more clear on this path, okay? And then that's followed by the Eight of Wands. So guys, this is all about incoming communication. So this might be communication in the form of literal communication, phone, text, email, speaking to people. This might be communication in the form of spirit guidance. So just be mindful that it will show up differently. But there's going to be some, you might even be having a conversation with a friend or something, and all of a sudden you just go, that's it. That's that thing I needed to, take this forward. So it's really worth just paying attention. But I feel like this is going to be something that comes in after the full moon. I'm hearing a week. So maybe a week after the full moon, this communication will come in. So again, if this Ace of Swords is about a new job or a new group connection, or just a new it might even just be your daily routine. Maybe you decide to join the gym, or you're going to meditate in the morning before you check your phone, or whatever it is. This is that thing that's going to come in, and then something like communication is going to come in to sort of support and affirm that this is the right direction. Okay, so whether it's physical world, technology based, awesome. If it's just within spiritual guidance, or like I said, you see synchronicities, things like that, just be open to it, because there is definitely something coming in for you that's going to carry this forward. I just feel a whole new sense of fresh energy. I feel a real victory over a repeating cycle here. Potentially that's with a person as well, or a job or something like that. But you've really just gone, no, cut the cord, new fresh energy coming in. May not make a lot of sense right now, but then there's this communication that's going to come in that makes you go, yes, that's what I've been asking for. This is the direction I've been wanting to go in. Okay. So it feels really exciting, pile two. But just know it is worth under this full moon to address where your ego might be trying to call the shots a little bit. Just so that when you do have all this new fresh energy kicking off, it's not sabotaging it. Okay, so just be mindful of that. I'm going the wrong way. Now let's go on to love. So love for pile two. Again, take it as it resonates. Doesn't matter your relationship status at this time. New love. So I feel like a lot of people behind the screen just saying yes. Yes. So if that's you, this is an energy that is coming in for you. Okay. Now, I say this because it's a general reading. This could be new love in the form of someone new. If you're in a relationship, this could be your current situation improving, deepening. If you maybe have someone in your life, or maybe a couple of people, this could be potentially a healed situation with a fresh start. Okay, so that needs to just fit for you how it is, but know that the love is coming in for you in and around this full moon. Again, I'm hearing a week, so this might be something related to this communication. But I do feel, again, probably about a week after the full moon, you might actually notice it a little bit more as that energy settles down. So a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So like I said, if you've kind of got something going on with someone, this might be a new step. Okay. If you've not met anyone, this might be someone you meet. And if you are in a relationship, this could just be a deepening bond of your current situation. Okay. So just enjoy the feeling of it. Imagine what it would feel like if this new love showed up, and just kind of really sit and ground into that feeling so that the universe can kind of keep supporting it. If you allow this moon to send you off your handle, it won't feel as good, okay? But this is a very supportive energy for this group too. So take that. And just like I said, this is all about being open-minded as well, okay? So it's not attaching to who, what, when, where, why, okay? Just be thankful that it's coming in, and then let the universe make it happen, okay? I'm feeling this is really important for this group. Maybe this is something you've been really asking for, and you've just got to that point where you're just like fucking quit. So now the universe is like, because that's what they're saying, like, well, when you don't want it anymore, that's when we'll give it to you. So it is there, it is happening behind the scenes, but as I said, take it as it resonates. It's just happening. Just be thankful that it's there. It'll show up, okay? Let's finish with Spirit's guidance for group number 2. Okay. Joy. So in and around this full moon, joy is the highest energy of all. It's the magical sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at their highest possible levels. So this group 2, I don't really feel like you need to do a lot under this energy. Like I said, sort of keeping your ego in check and maybe just revisiting a few life areas might be a good idea, if that feels right for you. But otherwise, this full moon is really just about riding the state of joy as best you can. Like I said, there will definitely be energetic influences that might push you around a little bit. So grounding into joy, obviously honor your feelings, but grounding into joy is going to really help you just stay in this high vibration and get all this new energy coming in. Because this is really exciting. Like, I can feel this is, I'm hearing like a wish fulfilled, a long time coming. So guys, this is going to be that once in a blue moon thing that kind of shows up for the best. And all you need to do is just keep your vibration high, keep away from negative energies. That's social media, that's like what you watch on TV, your friends, your family. If things don't feel good for you, just go and do what feels good for you. Ride through this energy like she's riding the dolphin. Just have fun with it, okay? Because the more you can stay in that high vibration of joy, the more this is all going to just kind of show up, all right? So, yeah, not a lot of action on your part, but lots of positive energy. So, yeah. Just take that as it is, guys, as always. Now let's finish with pile number 3. Okay, so again, see what is going on for pile number 3 in and around this full moon. So just to clarify as well before I get started on this one, when I say in and around, like I said, this is from when you watch this reading up till about the new moon, end of November. Okay, so depending on where you are collectively, may not all happen at once, but yeah, definitely by the next full moon in November, this should all somehow have shown up for you if you align with it. Okay, so let's see what's group number 3, and then we will finish this reading. All right. Now, I can read it that way. I was like, I feel like that needs to be the other way around. 4 of Wands. So, group number 3. This is all about stability. This is, I'm feeling for many, this is that coming together. That feeling of success. That feeling of family, connection, love. Again, wishes fulfilled. This is a real union energy. So I feel like if you've connected with pile 3, I feel like potentially you've either been looking for like a partner in life, a husband, a wife, whatever, to give you that family experience, kids, house, etc. For others, I feel like this could be related to perhaps a business idea or a job as well. So if you've been looking for maybe like a business partner or something that can support your endeavor, like if you've got an organization or something like that, this is kind of the coming together, the union, the stability that it needs to keep, like to be stronger, to make things happen. Okay, I feel like for group 3, in some way, shape, or form, you've kind of gone as far as you can on your own, and in order to bring the rest into manifestation, you need that other person in some way to support you, to help you. Okay, so just know that that is definitely in the cards, and like I said, all in all, this is about stability. So in some way, shape, or form, you're going to feel a lot more stable after this full moon. So if things have felt a bit shaky, don't stress too much. We do also have this with temperance, though. So what I feel for this, in order for this to kind of be created, there still needs to be some balancing out of energies. Okay, and I feel like this is a little bit to do with like masculine, feminine energies in particular. So this might be within you, or this might be, again, maybe you need to like look at your own masculine, feminine energies. Maybe your masculine or feminine on the outside is still needing to do a little bit of work, balance things out before this can kind of become into creation. So just know that whatever is sort of going on in order for this to come to life, there is still a bit of balancing energy going on in and around this full moon. So it's very natural for full moons, like I said, to bring stuff to the surface, to clear and purge, to create that space for new stuff. So just know that whatever's going on for you or anyone else in this time, there may be some heat, there may be some ice. So don't take anything personally under this full moon. If you get triggered, if something happens, like just, be conscious if it's yours or if it's theirs. Obviously, if it's yours, do the work. If it's theirs, just let them do what they need to do. But yeah, collectively, a lot of stuff's coming into balance, and just kind of, we've been going through this hot, cold phase a lot this year, and I feel like this is finally coming into a bit of a warm, so that these unions and these things can come into place and actually manifest in the 3D. Okay, we do also have the death card. So pile 3, I feel like you guys are going to close out a major cycle this full moon. Obviously with that's going to potentially bring feelings of pain, of grief, of sadness, maybe anger and frustration. So just be aware of your emotions here. Honor them completely. If you're sad, cry. If you're grieving, cry. If you're angry, do something healthily that can express your anger. Journal, punch a pillow, whatever. But just, I feel like there's a lot of old cycles, and this could be physically in like relationships. So if you are in a relationship, maybe this could be the end. Don't freak out about it though, because obviously it brings in that new stable beginning that you actually want. So maybe someone you're currently seeing isn't giving you that or can't give you that. So just know that this full moon might push this to end. This could also be related to your job. Again, if you've really got to that point where you're just like, no, I deserve better than this, you might quit. Like I said, just don't do hasty things. Okay, take the minute to balance, temper that energy before taking any action, but just know that there will be closings of cycles in some way, shape, or form. I do feel like this is a lot to do with relationships. So again, don't freak out about it. That 4 of Wands is on the other side of it. So it is only going to open the space for something better. Okay, it's something that's more supportive of your desires, your wishes, your manifestations. So just know that, I feel like for pile number 3, this is really calling for you to just allow this. I don't feel like there's a lot you can do or need to do through this full moon. It will really just be about being conscious of how you're feeling through the energy. Okay. I'm hearing the number 7. So potentially, again, like by about the 7th of November, you should feel this be a lot lighter and really kind of off the shoulders. So just give it the time it needs, okay? This isn't about rushing. I'm hearing like slow and steady with this group. So know that this 4 of Wands is there, but this is about methodically and slowly moving through this closing cycle, okay? So in saying that, it's about taking the time you need to honor and feel the emotions that come with it. I feel like this is a close regardless of whether you want it or not. I feel like the universe is going to actually push you off wherever you are. So like I said, it might hurt. It might be painful. It might not feel good. But this is to bring you to your wishes. So if you don't want your biggest, deepest desires anymore, stay. But I feel like the universe is going to kick your ass out of it anyway. So just be mindful of that. But like I said, guys, as always, anything you lose rebirths in a better way. Okay, so just try and feel into that trust through this time. Okay, and just like I said, it's just going to bring. Once it's over, once you get to the other side, you'll be fine. But through this full moon period, it may be emotional. So honor your emotions is all I'm hearing here. Just do what needs to do. Take some time away from people. Just sit with yourself and feel into it. If you need the support of others, reach out, all that kind of stuff. But this will be that kind of, I'm hearing like the final emotional hurdle. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you going, please, not again. But I feel like this is kind of like the final massive, like, just bleh. And then that's when things can really start happening. Okay, so look, it's not forever. It will pass. Let's tap into your love energy. Okay, love life for pile number 3 is staying optimistic about your love life. Now, like I said, I do feel that death card is in relation to relationships. So if it is romantic, try not to let yourself get down and out about it, okay? Staying optimistic is going to gravitate you towards this a lot quicker, as opposed to you sitting and wallowing that it's doom and gloom. Okay, but this is also for people who, if this isn't around a relationship or maybe other things, maybe you've just been a bit negative about your love life this year, or maybe you're not sure about your current relationship or where your love life is going. So this is all about really trying to not let the emotions of this moon also affect this part of your life, and really do your best to trust that, like, it will show up. It will show up when it's ready. Okay, and I know that is not always the nicest and best thing you want to hear, but it's true. So like I said, whatever this ending of cycles is for you under this influence, you will feel the emotional wrath, but try not to start like burdening all your life areas. Okay, just know that optimism, and like I said, it doesn't even have to be like exciting, joy, high vibrational stuff every day. Just, do what you need to do about it, get angry about it, but then, just that little confirmation prayer, everything's working out, like, it will show up when it's meant to. Just constantly reaffirming that with yourself and your spirit guides, you are optimistic. Even if you don't feel like it, that little constant affirmation will just help you get there, okay? But do the things that make you feel optimistic. So, like I said, connect with friends, connect with family, connect with people and things that make you feel good, and try not to get too caught up in the emotional bubble of what this energy might bring, okay? For some of you, it might not even be that bad. Like, it might literally just be like a day where you feel really sad and then it's over, okay? For some, it might be a little bit deeper, but it just depends on where you are at, okay? So take it as it comes. But optimism, like I said, doesn't even have to be pretend. Like, spirit knows when you're pretending. So if you don't feel optimistic, don't feel optimistic. Wait until you've purged or cried or done whatever you need to do. And then when you are feeling a little bit more calm and peaceful, then, like I said, say a little optimism prayer, and it will just keep you connected to that desire of a loving relationship, the stability, this 4 of Wands, this union. Because, like I said, the sooner you just kick it out the door, universe will go, okay then, so don't do that. Now, finishing up with Spirit's guidance for this full moon. Ask. So, guys, like I said, I feel like for you, this is going to be a real time of trust and faith, okay? It might feel, like I said, things are against you, but this is the time to really go within and ground. Get grounded, go and do meditation, go outside, put your feet on the earth, in the water, ask Spirit to cleanse away just all the heaviness that's just not working. Ask them to show you a better way. Ask them to show you, the feeling of support and comfort, and you'll feel that warmth. Just ask with whatever you need, Okay, really talk to them like a good friend here. I feel like Spirit's like, please use us through this time so that you aren't alone. Okay, so prayer, journaling, anything like that will connect with them. Ask us to help you in this situation, and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. We're governed by many universal laws, and among them is the free will that allows you to make your own choices and decisions. So we wait patiently for your request. Okay, so obviously, if there is trying times through this, you can't ask Spirit to go and punish someone. I feel like that was a necessary message. Um, but, by asking for help to, see the highest good of the situation, what opportunities are open to me now that this cycle is closing out? Those kinds of questions are going to really help you broaden your perspective and give Spirit more ability to give you what you need. Okay, so I hope that helps. Like I said, these are general readings. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you did find these helpful, please comment below, because I always love to hear how they resonated and how they were helpful for you. This is just something new I wanted to try, mix things up, so I hope you've enjoyed it. And like I said, guys, nothing is set in stone. Everything will pass. If you are struggling with the full moon energy, like I said, it is going to bring up some tension and some frustration and some anxiety, maybe some unexpected things. But just know that I am here. I offer healing. I offer readings. So if you want to deep dive more into your blue moon energy or just your general energy, if you feel like you need some help healing and grounding and clearing out some of the old stuff, please let me know. That's what I'm here for. And if you think anyone would enjoy this reading, share it along with them. Okay? So happy full moon, guys. Remember to take it easy. Nothing is bad as it seems. Everything will always pass. And, just like the waves of the ocean, they go up, they come down. That is the flow of life. So get into the flow. We got this. Thanks, guys.